I saw her, and time stood still. When we viewed the accident, it was like everything started moving in slow motion. The days dragged on. Does it feel like time speeds up as you get older? We could have stayed there forever. They struck the first note, and it was like time stopped. These phrases, the experiences, they tell us something about our understanding of time, about our nature. Something in us says that time is not as structured, as orderly, as reliable as we ordinarily think. Of course, we know that the earth revolves on its axis, or rotates on its axis. It revolves around the sun. 365 and 1/4 days in the year, a leap year, 1 out of every 4. The days accumulate, except for those years when they went down to AD 0, but you get the point. They grow over time, amassing. There is past, there's present, there's future, there's memory, there's encounter, and there is hope. But then there are these inexplicable moments. Something tragic, something beautiful, something unexpected. And time, at least our understanding of it, becomes less reliable. The momentousness of the occasion causes us to describe it as a break in the order itself. The creation is disrupted. The biblical notion of this disruption of time we describe as glory. God bursts forth, and the order and the security and the certainties of our creaturely existence, they're thrown into question. We realize that life is not so structured as we were led to believe. We are enveloped in some order, in some other power, in some source beyond our understanding of time, by the Lord of time. The story we read today of Peter and James and John ascending the mountain with Jesus is one of these stories that is a disruption of our understanding of time. It is a revelation of glory. It's such a powerful story of that disruption of time that it's depicted in the stained glass window, the largest one in our sanctuary. Now, you'll note from the reading, this is Luke's version, where the disciples fall asleep. In Matthew's version, they're terrified. In no version is there a blue cowboy hat. This story is a reminder of the reordering of time that comes from beyond our experienced time. They climb this mountain, but their effort, their commitment, that's not what leads to the glory of God. Some power overshadows, overwhelms them from beyond time. Jesus' very nature changes before them. This is his eternal glory from before the foundations of the world, when he was the Word present at creation. This is Jesus' body resurrected even before it's been crucified. This is Jesus, the last judge at the end of human history, even right here in this present moment. All of that time is collapsing on this mountaintop. Moses and Elijah appear, both leaders long dead, but who were foretold to come at the end of time, at the final consummation of things. So the past and the future, they collide here in this present moment on the mountain. And then a cloud descends and surrounds them. A voice calls out. And like Moses on Sinai, they hear the one who set the universe spinning. Theologian Kara Slade tells us that the unity of God with humanity occurs not by means of a human ascent, even a divinely assisted ascent, to a pinnacle of exaltation. Rather, it takes place by a means of descent, in which God takes on the form of a servant. You can't manufacture glory. You can't manipulate holiness. You can't control time. But on occasion, whether we're prepared or not, glory comes. We may, like Peter, want to make sense of it, want to control it. We like orderly time, but ultimately you can't. Ultimately, all you can do with time disrupted is receive it, behold it, listen to it. That's why music matters so much in a community of faith. It can be a disruption, a disordering, a stopping of time. Sure, there's order, there's notes, there's time signatures, there's measure numbers, there's crescendos and decrescendos. The structure's necessary, but when it all really comes together, something gets a hold of us. The choir finishes the anthem, and no one dares to crease their bulletin or to cough. The hymn rings through the rafters, and some worshipers' eyes are closed, their cheeks are wet with tears, still others have smiles that just will not fade. The glory of God, it descends, it disrupts time. Easter is proclaimed even when it's not the Sunday that Easter is assigned. A few months ago, a choir member was talking about needing to step away for the choir for a time in order to care for sick loved ones. Said to others, "I hate to leave the choir. It's about the only thing keeping me going, but I just don't think I have the time." What do they mean by saying the only thing keeping me going? For this person, time was an enemy because time was moving towards death. All that could be seen was decay, loss, a move, long-term care. Time equals death. Life was a daily tick-tock, tick-tock. But to sing in a choir gave them space out of time. A space where the glory of God disrupts the ticking of death. Revelation of the glory of God and salvation made manifest. And so on this Music Ministry Sunday, let us give thanks for the Lord of time, who disrupts our understanding of time, and in spirit and song holds time still, so that we might glimpse the world beyond time, even as the earth keeps spinning on its axis. Amen.